Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. I hope you've had an amazing week. Things are going really well over here. A lot better since the last time I talked to you guys. And things are good. I finished my life coaching certification a few days ago. I'm really excited about that. So if you or someone you know is interested in having a life coach, please reach out to me. If you're interested in just, becoming that better version of yourself and raising your vibration and having that support and accountability and just kind of like getting to where you want to go, setting those small personal goals and hitting those. And that's a little bit what I wanted to talk about today was, setting personal goals and sticking with them. I think that where I came from, 5 years ago to where I am now is like, it's mind blowing. I mean, if you would have told me 5 years ago that this is what I would be doing with my life, I would have said, yeah, right. Anything's possible. So 5 years ago when I started my, just that journey of like becoming my own, I was married and in a relationship for 16 years. And, we were young when we met. So it's not like, we didn't talk about goals that we had or anything like that. We really didn't have that like growth together, if you will. It was like that vicious cycle of, get up, go to work, take care of the kids, come home and do it all over again. And maybe on the weekend, break it up a little bit with something, but that was really my life. So when I got divorced and moved into my apartment and, it was just establishing this new lifestyle. And that's really when I started to take charge of my life and figure out what I really want to do, because a lot of times we think we really know what we want to do in our lives, but if we really dig deep, we don't. Like, I feel like because for all those years I was just kind of like on that hamster wheel of doing the same thing over and over again, I didn't even know what I wanted to do. I had no life goals for myself. And you don't know what you don't know, right? And, I'm not even like putting down that time in my life. Obviously that was all there for a reason, and I wouldn't be where I am today without all of that. It's just thinking back on that, I'm like, man, we really didn't have anything that we were looking forward to or anything. So now my life is completely different. I am setting goals pretty much every day for myself. And kind of how that all started was, once I got settled into my new living quarters after my divorce, and getting the kids' schedule and all that kind of stuff, I really just started to talk about like, with my friends and, just like-minded people, like what is it that I really want to do with my life. And it just started very small. And I think, the first year was pretty like just kind of figuring out where to go and stuff. And then I like started the whole like, dating process. And then that was what it was. And I have enough dating stories on my YouTube channel for that. So you can tune into my channel to hear about those experiences. But I think that too, then I started, manifesting and really taking a deeper dive into what is it that I'm really passionate about. I think that so many people suffer in their careers or in their life in general because they genuinely are not doing the things that make them happy. They, I don't know, they say, oh, I've been at so-and-so for 20 years. Like, what am I going to do with my life now? But you can do anything you want. You put your mind to, it's like, I'm 42 years old and I just finished a certification. I didn't, after I graduated high school, I didn't go to college and do all that. I started in banking and I really thought same thing. I would be a lifer. But in reality, that wasn't my happiness. My happiness is, making other people happy. And I think that I've always been that way. I just didn't know how to pursue it. And, it really is just a mindset, and it's writing these goals down. So even if it's like, I know I just posted about this, I'm going to be running this 3-day challenge next week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, of just, drinking half of your body weight in water for 3 days. I'm just running this challenge because it's really important. And like, just that, like, let's just say you promised yourself, okay, for 3 days, I'm going to drink, X amount of water. And you do it, and just see how you feel after that. Because if you set those small goals for yourself and you achieve those, then it just becomes, okay, well, I did that, so I can roll into this, and I can start doing this, and I can start doing this. And that's where I am right now. Just like, I've actually blown my own mind. It's like I've always known there was this fire in me, but I didn't know how to use it. And, so just like I was saying, like, it just starts with, writing about it, talking to like-minded people, because, if you're feeling like you're being dragged down by the people that you're surrounding yourself with, you need to find new people that think like you, that understand where you want to go. I mean, if you want to, be a teacher, surround yourself with teachers. Like for me, the life coaching thing, I'm in groups on Facebook, and I follow a lot of people on Instagram, and I listen to a lot of podcasts, because that's what I want to surround myself with, and it gets the fire going. I think so many people get stuck in that, like I was talking about, that hamster wheel. We just get stuck doing it over and over and over again, and it's just like, my life sucks, it's this and that. But if you keep telling yourself that, it's going to. Think about all that negative energy that you're putting around yourself. You look in the mirror every day and say, oh my God, I'm so fat, I'm so ugly, I'm so this. Well, guess what? It's going to feel that way to you, because that's what you're telling yourself. So that energy is all going to surround you like that. Instead, try this. And I know it sounds weird, but this is an activity that we had to do through our life coaching certification, was look at yourself in the mirror every single day for however many days in a row, let's say 10, and just say, I love myself. I love you, Amy. You're beautiful today. Say something nice to yourself in the mirror. It does sound silly, but at the same time, it works. You're not saying it to somebody else. You're saying it to yourself. I think what I mean by that is, some people are shy for other people to hear them say that about themselves, because they're not confident enough to say that, and that's okay. But that's where you start to build it, is within yourself. And that's a small goal, right? So then if you wanted to work on confidence, then, you say that to yourself in the mirror every day. If you want to write a book, for goodness sakes, like and I'm just going to call her my coach at this point. Her name's Kiki, but she has a book out, and someday I would love to do that. I mean, it's like not in my near future, but I would love to do that. I mean, I remember, I don't know, gosh, being a teenager and just, writing all kinds of things. I mean, if I wanted to write a poem, I could spit one out in 5 minutes and it would sound so good. I'm like, where's that coming from? So I know I could write a book in a heartbeat, and I have enough stories for it. So, but that'll be down the road sometime. But because I want to do that in my life, I'm going to surround myself with people that are doing those things that will help you along your journey. And, I love this quote so much: fear is excitement on pause. And when I heard that for the first time, it took me a minute, because I was like, huh? But if you think about it, I mean, you're excited about wanting to do, I don't know, you want to start a yoga class, let's say, but you're like, man, I'm so fearful, because what if people don't show up? How much money do I charge? Are people going to talk bad about it after? You know what I mean? You start like that, snowball effect, and you start thinking all these negative things, and then you're like, oh, pump the brakes, I'm scared, but really, like, fear is not, it's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing, because you have something inside there that you want to do. You just have to get over that fear. And I think, again, like, just being with other people that have the confidence in that are going to help you in that way. Sorry, somebody's just pulling my driveway. And so, start small. If it's, I don't know, like, for me, and Dad, if you're listening, which you probably are, but I want to learn the guitar, and so I just need to make that call to say, hey, I need to start my lessons. I can't wait for that to do that. It's just like, it's not on the forefront, but it's something I want to do, but it's also very intimidating to me. And it's like going in there the first time. I have no idea. I don't even know how to hold it correctly. I don't know what the notes are. I think it's just that, like, it's overwhelming for me, but I have to just get over the fear, make the phone call, and go do it, and I will. It's just going to take some time. Sorry. While we're talking about, taking drinks, I will tell you guys what I know, and I'll just talk about it till I'm blue in the face, and I don't care. If you don't want to listen to it, that's okay. You don't have to. You can turn it off. But I know that, the posts I've been making about not drinking has really, like, affected a lot more people than I thought it would. And I mean in the best way, not a bad way at all, just the best way. Like, there's so many people out there that are struggling with the same thing, and when they see somebody going through it or what have you, it's like, how did you do this? Wait a minute, but you influenced me in this way. And I'm not going to mention any names, and I hope they don't mind me even sharing this, but she posted something on her page and tagged me in it. And I was like, oh, I'm, like, interested to hear on, like, how I influenced you and what did you change. And so she wrote me this long message about how she and her boyfriend, like, have not drank for, well, they're probably going on 13 days today. And it's so very exciting to me. And I'm just out there to share my story in hopes to help people. And when you hear that you have, it's like, man, this is what I'm saying. This is what it's all about. This is what life is. And it just touched me in such a way, And then I have another person that reached out, just was like, why did you do it? And I'm not going to go into all that, because I already have, if you want to watch the previous video, I talked all about that, or 2 videos ago, whatever it was. So, it's just like, but what I'm getting at is that people are watching you, and it's no matter if you're speaking in a positive manner or a negative manner, people are watching you, and you are impacting those people. So be mindful of that. And you never know whose life you're going to touch. And truthfully, I didn't know if I would, touch any lives at all, but it really feels good. And that was a big goal for me. That was not a small goal for me at all. When I'm talking about small goals, I'm talking about not like drinking the water every day, or not having sugar this day, or maybe cutting your caffeine. Those are like small goals to start, right? And that quitting drinking was a huge goal for me. I mean, it took me 4 years. When I thought about even doing it, it took me 4 years to get here. I smoked for, oh gosh, I don't know, 20 years. I mean, I quit that 4.5 years ago, but I haven't had any, well, this is 7-Up, but I mean, I haven't had any. I was addicted to Coca-Cola. Haven't had that for almost 4 years. It's just like, those are bigger goals that I had in mind, but setting the small goals will definitely, it's like that. It's a ripple, right? I mean, it just becomes bigger and bigger. And So start setting those small goals for yourself, and I promise you, you will get there. It does take time, and also, healing along the way is a huge deal. I had major healing to do, and I go back, and I keep reverting back to when I got divorced, and that's because I really started to come into my own when that happened, and understanding what I really wanted in my life. And I don't even know where I was going with that, but where was I going with that? I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But I also heard something today that I wanted to talk about, and that's kind of like what happened. It just came into my mind. But it said, believe in what you want so much that it has no choice but to materialize. So if you want to start that yoga class, you want to become a teacher, you want to, I don't know, write that book, you want to become that coach, you want to do, believe it so much, believe in it so much that there are no choices. It will happen. But listen, you have to be patient too, and you have to do the work. You can't just say, hey, I want, this big fancy house, and think it's going to happen. No, you have to do the work, but you also have to believe that it's going to happen because you're going to put that work in. And so, I have all kinds of things on my vision board. And if you don't have one, you need one, especially if you want to start setting these goals for yourself and really taking control of your life. Do a vision board. You can put, I have simple things on mine like Inspire, because I will never take that off my vision board, because I always want to inspire you. I have other things just like friends, or travel, the beach, because I haven't been there for 2 years and I miss it. It is my happiest place, and I'll be there for sure in December, but I was trying to get there at some point before then, but if that doesn't happen, that's okay. But it's there, and I know. And I also set a goal for myself that I was going to fly on an airplane by myself. I've flown in my life, but I've never done it alone. And I'm going to Denver in September to see my cousin, who I haven't seen in, I don't know, however many years. I don't even, it's crazy. I've been telling her I'm 42 and she's 42. I've probably known her since, because it's like by marriage, but for, I don't know, almost 40 years. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to come see you. I'm going to come see you. And I never have, but I'm going. In September, I'm going to do it. And, that's something I can check off my vision board. And then next year, I can replace that with something even bigger than that, So it's just like, that really helps too. The vision board helps you, and you want to put it somewhere where you can see it every day, because it'll help you stick to those goals and be like, yeah, like I can check that off. I don't have to put that on there next year. There are certain things on there that I will never take off, because I can always work on those things, but like flying in a plane by myself, I can take that off, because now I won't have that fear of doing it alone, and so I just do like challenge you guys, I don't know, like set something small, like I said, whether it's just like the water thing, or cutting out sugar for a week, or, I don't know, smoke half the cigarettes that you smoke, or, I don't know what your goals are, but, my nose is really itching. I guess that means something's going around here. Okay, so anyway, but yeah, I'm going to challenge you guys to do something for yourself this week, and I would really like to hear about it. So please drop those comments below. I'm going to put, I don't even know what I was gonna say. Oh, well, I guess my link to the YouTube channel will be here, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate that. And like I said in the beginning, if you or someone you know is in search of a life coach, I'm right here. So please don't hesitate to reach out to me. And even if it's not that, if you just have questions about something, please feel free to reach out to me. And I hope you guys have an amazing week, and I will talk to you soon. Sending my love.